Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. So, well, after a day, the Indiana Fever has signed another Hardship player to the staff after losing two of their guards, and a lot of people was going around asking, could it be Kennedy Carter? Could it have been Odyssey Sims? Could it have been Serena Sadell? Could it have been Ariel Powell? Or Jalen Sherrod? Which Jalen Sherrod went to got picked up already. So, but nevertheless, this is what we have. The Indiana Fever has signed Odyssey Sims, who is 33, has that outstanding career so far, to a hardship contract. Now, Chloe Peterson and Scott Agnes did post it on X at the same time. Odyssey Sims has signed a hardship contract with the Fever. They announced she also recently played for the Sparks, averaging 9 points a game, almost 10 points with 3.5 to 4 assists and 11 starts. Then Scott Angus said also that the Fever has signed veteran guard Odyssey Sims to a hardship contract after losing both Ari Madonna and Sil Colston to season-ending injuries. She will wear jersey number 1. So, what does that mean for the Indiana Fever? All right, for me personally, and I'll get into what it all details with Odyssey Sims. To me, I think after watching last night's game, I think the starting lineup should stay Sophie, Lexi, Howard, Boston, and Mitchell. I will have Odyssey Sims to come off the bench to run the second unit. And then I will move her in between to give like someone like Mitchell a break here and there. And you can mix and match how you want to. I don't want to see Odyssey Sims in the starting lineup. Even though she could be a star and she could run the offense, I think it would serve better now to have this team stay the way it is, how they started last night's game. I think Odyssey could come off the bench. She could provide a spark. She is another lefty. So you got Mitchell, now you got Odyssey, and you had Ari Madonna, who also was a lefty. Now, in terms of this contract, it could be the same way that the Fever did with Ari Madonna. I think it's a regular 10-day contract, and once her contract up, they could probably bring her back. Depends on how far Caitlin Clark is to returning. But they could still sign Odyssey Sims to back up Caitlin Clark, where Caitlin Clark comes back to the starting lineup and everything like that. Now, they still will have, with Odyssey Sims, they still have 10 players on the roster. Caitlin Clark will make 11. They still would need one more person to make that 12-man roster. That's going to be the interesting part to see who can they bring in to fill in that 12 spot. Or is they going to just run and start giving Bree Turner some more playing time? It's going to be interesting to see with that situation. Now, here's some highlights of Odyssey Sims. Like I said, I like her. I wanted her last year when the Fever was down hardship at one point and they needed somebody. We thought she was going to bring her in, but she went to the Sparks at that time and she played very, very well. So that's two Sparks players we already picked up this season, Eric McDonald and now Odyssey Sims. So with that being said, let's roll this footage.
Playing with tonight shows that they're trying to go. Sims, a W All-Star. The Olympic team has some revenge on their mind.
Odyssey spots up. Oh, Odyssey able to gather and puts it in with the foul.
And then bang physical basketball. And this is the trap that we saw the Fever work diligently on today in shoot-around.
Another good look. Kalani Brown give her the assist into six.
On this team, she's sort of the voice that is like, look, y'all, if we can't defend, it's not.
And Smith couldn't hang on. Oh, lost it. Boy, it's like the ball's like been in the rain or something. He's dropping it.
That was terrific defense by J.C. Sheldon. Sold out on the scouting report.
Sims gets that to Ty and Sloop. Odyssey. Got it! Clark quickly gets it up court and got it knocked away. Odyssey cradles it. And a timeout taken by Dallas.
So you see the highlights right there with Odyssey Sims, and quite naturally is like, to me, I think she's a little bit faster than Ari McDonald. I think she's 5'9", a little bit taller than Ari McDonald. Um, but I do believe she could pass the ball a little bit better than Ari McDonald, in my opinion. What if you have seen in the highlight film right there? I think that she will serve a little bit better. She could run downhill. She's a little bit faster to me than Ari. She doesn't dribble with her head down for the most part, for what I have seen. So, and it's going to be interesting because she does move very well without the basketball. That is something that I was taking notice in this video, that I want to see how well she moves without the basketball. She moves very well. She can run backdoor cuts. That is something that's going to serve notice, because then, especially when you do bring her in the line, you bring her on the floor, and you do have a Kelsey Mitchell on the floor with her, she could easily guide the offense, and Kelsey could go back to moving around a little bit more and get open shots. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how she integrates with this team. Is she's going to be one of the ones that passes the ball around instead of passing to certain people? That's going to be the first thing a lot of people is going to be wondering and watching. Can she pass the ball to Sophie? Can she pass the ball to Lexi if they are wide open? Or she's going to be a shot chucker or another ball hog. Yes, she could score and everything like that. But the thing about it is she's going to be willingly to pass the ball, to our shooters. So that's why I say, to me, I don't want her starting. I would love to see her come off the bench, running the second unit. When you bring her or Chloe Bibby in, and Michaela Tipson, stuff like that. That's what I would want to see. I don't want to see her starting and just passing the ball. I don't want to see no more short guard starting lineups. That we done did that with Eric McDonald and Kelsey Mitchell. I want to see a bigger starting lineup. Allow Sophie Cunningham to run the point, allow them to be different ball handlers in the starting lineup, and then you could bring Odyssey Sims in to run the second unit. That way, don't start her, because you're still going to be at a disadvantage, especially when you're playing certain teams. But here's a clip from last year when Odyssey Sims gave Caitlin Clark her flowers.
I mean, everybody's been watching Caitlin. She's a great player. She's playing at a very high level, especially with her assists. Like, there's a lot of shots she turned down because she was looking for her teammates. I mean, that just speaks volume of how she is as a player. I don't know her as a person, but she's a great player. What she does, what she's been doing since game one till now. Got nothing but respect for her. She did her thing tonight. Just awesome all around.
So you get to listen to that, and that was last year. And respect to Odyssey Sims, because she said she don't know her personally, but guess what? Now you get the chance to know her personally, because you get to be playing with her, and a lot of people don't get a chance to play with Caitlin. They hear about Caitlin, but now they get to see her in the building, be around her presence and stuff like that. I do want to know how Odyssey Sims, press conference going to be, or how she's going to. I'm sure they're going to interview her tomorrow at practice and stuff like that. So, and then she get to play against the Dallas Wings. So something that she does have, that defensive tenacity like Ari McDonald, and so they could use that. So that's going to be pretty good. And then she's going to go against her own teammate, Arike Omowale. So that's going to be fun to watch. All right, so from the Indiana Fever website, they said the Indiana Fever has signed guard Odyssey Sims to a hardship contract the team announced Tuesday the Fever qualified for a hardship roster due to the injuries to Sid Costa and Eric McDonald. Sims averaged 11.2 points and 3.8 assists per game and 2.5 rebounds per game across an 11-year career, making appearance with the Tulsa Shark in 2014-15, the Dallas Wings in 2016, 2023, and 2024. Then moved on to the LA Sparks 2017, 2018. Then a brief stint in 2024 and 2025. And then she played with the Minnesota Lynx in 2019 to 2020, and then 2022. Then she was with the Atlanta Dream in 2021 and the Connecticut Sun in 2022. During her 2019 season, while with the Lynx, Sims was named to her first WNBA All-Star team and All-NBA second team. Spent the first part of 2025 with the LA Sparks, where she averaged 9.8 points per game, 3.5 assists a game, and through 11 games total. As a collegiate athlete, Sims played at Baylor University, where she was part of the 2012 National Championship team, earning Big 12 Player of the Year and Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year honors in 2024. Sims was drafted number 2 overall in the she was drafted number 2 overall in the 2014 WNBA draft. So, and like I said, she will be weighing number 1 for the Fever. So she's been in the league a long time, played for a lot of different teams, and went back to some of her old teams. So it's going to be interesting. I think she will fit in pretty well with this Fever team. Again, also, like I said, I expect for her to come off the bench. The lineup that you had last night definitely has to stay that way through the rest of the season. No more taking them out of lineup. Let Lexi start in the lineup now. You know what I'm saying? So, and you still got enough on the bench. And then you still have the chance to bring another person in if you choose fit. So let me know what you think about Odyssey Sims becoming the Indiana Fever finally after we was calling for her last year. Until then, like, comment, subscribe.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying.